G'day everyone, welcome to another ride with the Everyday Zwifter. Doing the Garmin Never Stop Cycling Stage 1 ride today. Bit far back in the pack, so I'm going to sprint straight to the front. Make sure I can tack on to the front group. This is an open category ride, everyone's category E, so I have no idea, no idea who's got what power. Not everyone's going to be going flat out, of course, so yeah, open slather, who knows what's going to happen. I'm going to give it my best shot in lieu of another race I was hoping to do. Running the full AERO package today with the Cervelo frame and the 808 zip wheels. And there's the start of our lap. Speaking of which, it is the Suki's playground route today, which is about 19 kilometers long. Figure of 8, but I've ridden it once, but I don't remember what it was like, so I'm going in a bit blind. Bit of a last minute jump in. Had a quick look at the route just to see that it was all tarmac, so that meant I could choose this bike. But other than that, I saw it was about 150 meters elevation. How that came, I don't know. So riding blind, we don't know the competitors and their ability, so just got to manage our own levels and see where we fit in. And there we go, a bit of a front group form now, about 12 of us. No placings in a ride, so sort of just figure out where you are by counting heads. Pace is nice, able to sit just under FTP. Looks like there's a few riders bridging up to the front now who might have started a fair way back on the line. And they're coming through with some pace. The question is, are they going to stop with us, or are they going to keep going on? It looks like they're going to keep going on a bit hard to tell. Got to look very closely what's going on. Hasn't been too hard to start. Looks like it's stretching out. Starting to up the power now to see if I can follow some wheels over. But then I see a gap around this corner. I thought, right, I'm going to have to jump that, I think. I was talking to one of the subscribers in the C-Bot warm-up. He said, why don't you just treat it like a race? So I righto, let's jump this gap, see how long we can stick with the front pack. Fortunately, there's a couple of wheels to follow over. Still bridging at 6 watts a kilo though, so it's a bit of an effort. Bit of a spike in the power graph. Picked up a feather as my power up. I was curious, I was hoping for a draft or an AERO, but maybe it's not so flat and the feather will come in handy. It's interesting once you bridge these little gaps and be able to sit in the pack at your almost the same wattage I was in the last group. The draft is a wonderful thing. It's got the heart rate up a little bit, and I was really panting at this stage, struggling to get my breath. Legs are feeling pretty good, but just puffing and puffing and trying to keep on. clear air behind the group now. Riding is a nice tight pack. We'll get this ride done in no time. Good little threshold ride for me at the moment. Running around 3.1 watt a kilo. So when we turned down here, remember this route from the SAZ race I did the other day. This is the farmland route, and I went, aha, good thing I've got the feather because of the castle King of the Mountain coming right up. Having a feather will help me just take the edge off that little climb and help me stay in touch with this group. Again, not knowing who's got what and who's going to do what effort, but hopefully I'll be able to stay in touch. And here's the start of the King of the Mountain now. It's a pretty easy start, just a little lump here at 4%. So don't use your feather too early because then it goes down again. And it flattens off a bit. And a bit of false flat, 1, 2, 3%. And 4 starts getting in the upper ranges. Another flatten off. First couple of times I did this, so I thought I had to use my feather early. But you don't use it till you get right into the castle proper. They call it false flat because it's kind of flat road, but it just gradually eases up. But even here there's a minor decline and then it hits 3, 2%. Doesn't really go up till you get over this bridge. Just keep moving towards the front so I can drift back if necessary. Now we hit the gradients, the steeper gradients of the whole climb. Hit the feather, keep the watts up. Looking good so far. Heart rate's creeping up though, it's a bit of an effort. Now I'm huffing and puffing, huffing and puffing. Drifting back a little bit. Can I stay in touch? Huff and puff, huff and puff. There we go, we've made it. Just pushing those legs over to stay in touch with this group. A few little lumps and bumps. We get to this bit and go, oh, what? A few more hills and I can't do it anymore. Save some energy. So I let the front group go. I don't know what the composition is. It's sure to have some A's and B's in it though. Now I'm in no man's land. No one anywhere near behind at the moment. The times on the clock are all kaput. Don't know what it is. I don't know if anyone else gets that. Comment in the comments. But I seem to have that every now and then. This part of the course is always a bit dicky for those things anyway. So just trying to recover a bit, ride just under or around threshold and try and keep in front of the group that I just saw was coming up. I think they're about 10 seconds maybe. Righto, here they come. See if I can get close to the top before they catch up to me. Fair size pack. They're coming up at a fair rate as well. 4.4 watts a kilo. Let's see if I can snag a ride. Yep, here we go. We're hooked on in the train. Let's see if I can ride this train all the way home. Not even halfway yet. I'm already feeling sorry for myself. Got a little front five at the moment. It was pulled away a little bit. See the arrow on the road just there? Still haven't fixed that. All the other arrows on the other side of the road. Yeah, the group's coming back together now. Just hang on, sit in the draft and see if we can get this last 9.6 kilometers done. Village sprint coming up, no thank you. Legs are starting to feel a little weary now after all that. It's another one of those races where I've decided last minute to jump in and I've finished tea just 20 minutes ago. And I think all the blood's digesting that and not going where it should be. That heart rate is amazingly smooth on the graph there. I'm not sure if that's surreal. I thought normally it went up and down a bit more than that. Did that change for anyone else as well? Looks like we're about to pick up a rider in front. There's also someone screaming up from behind. Must admit I do rather riding around the countryside than Nyoko with all the on the rooftop especially. It's not my cup of tea. They've done a good job with the scenery in this new world. Fuji Sun in the background there. It looks like Fuji Sun anyway. Not sure if they have another name for it in this game. Alright, flying down this downhill, 55, 56 k's an hour. Used to riding the farmland loop, say that 3 times quickly, or the flatland loop. But this is Suki's playground and I can't remember the difference and what's going to happen in his next 4.9 kilometers. My legs are starting to feel a little bit crampy at this stage and I'm hoping it's just flat all the way to the end. But 2.4 watts a kilo suits me just fine. Got the drafting power up, which is good. And as I've gone through there, I've managed to drift back a little bit too far. And I really don't want to do big boosts, so I'm going to use my draft now just to sneak back on. And look, I've carried the momentum right through to the front, which I didn't want to do, but that's all right. The Cervelo bike seems to do carry the momentum a lot more than the Canyon AERO because it's a bit heavier in game and a little more aero, so it just seems to roll, just seems to carry that forward speed through packs when you lift off a little bit. So this is the return part of the figure 8 going back through the centre, and you know what that means, don't you? We're on the road to the castle again. And I'm going, oh no. And this crew is likely to sprint their way up over the castle as well, I don't know, but we'll see when we get there. Here it is. The engineers will have to get creative and put a tunnel underneath it, won't they? Sitting on 3.3 watt a kilo, and thought, no, they're just going to go. I'm going to conserve my legs. It's not a race, there's no results attached to it, which is a good thing about doing rides like this, because you can push yourself, challenge yourself, and then hang back when you want to recover, and there's no major consequences. It's a good testing ground. So I tested the fast start and riding with the front group. Discovered that I had dinner too close to the ride and my legs are paying the consequences now. So we'll just ride to the end now. 1.6 kilometers to go. Timing's working again. There's another group about 6 seconds back, so we'll see if we can latch onto them. Hard to read the mini-map when there's all different gradients on the actual road. Thanks for the ride on, John. Put a few watts down now just to see if we can hold that group off and catch them at a more comfortable place. They are flying, so I'm going to let that group go. Couple more stragglers. Look at the times and see there's more, about 4 seconds back. Oh, I'm not going to wait that long. Let's try and catch on with these guys. 0.8 kilometers to go, we're nearly at the end. Come on legs, you can do it. No power-ups. See if we can test our long-range downhill sprint strategy. Need to go here now, but I go here instead. I know these guys around me aren't really sprinting, but it has a desired effect. No red numbers this ride. Still enables me to carry speed and momentum through. And get to the end. You have unlocked the Garmin kit. Thank you for completing the Garmin ride. And then immediately you switch back to your normal kit. That's great. Suki's playground. Interesting ride, and good to know that it has 2 climbs through the castle, which require a bit of effort, and then downhill sprint, which if you can go early, got some watts behind you, do that because you'll surprise people every time. So the AERO setup does rule the day. It's a pretty flat course with a couple of punchy climbs, then the fast downhill finish where you'll get the most speed. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed that, and catch you in Zwift sometime. Bye bye.